Hi everybody, welcome to my channel House of Spirit. Thank you so much for following me, and I just want to apologize for a couple of people who've left messages and I took so long to get back to you, and for some reason I don't really see my messages from YouTube, and I check often, so my apologies. And some of my responses, I look back on them just now and I'm realizing people were still confused from my last video on this subject, and I thought, well, I didn't do such a great job responding, and I don't think I did a good job being clear when I read back on some of my responses. So I thought, I'm going to do a video today on this. It is Valentine's Day tomorrow. What better time than now to do a love focus concept for a video. I'm always seeking for ideas of videos to post, so if you do have any questions, please leave a comment and ask me, and I will be much more vigilant and making double checking on my laptop, I think is what I need to do. So the subject we're going to talk about right now is the twin flame and divine partnership, the differences between the two things. And this is information I channeled, which I won't go into right now because I want to get to this part so you guys understand the difference. I'm going to focus on that. So first we're going to go again with the two forces. This time I'm using a dark pen. This is the divine force, right? The white light, the source soul, source, right? And then now we have Mama Gaia, Mother Earth, or Mass, the physical, matter, all of that. Okay. Then we have the dimensions where we are going from less mass, less light, more mass. I want to count my dimensions here. So this is our, so here we are. So this is the third dimension, okay? 3D. Everything, this is the highest frequency, less mass, most mass, lowest density frequency, okay? Our soul is divine light fused with physical. Our bodies are fused with physical, but our soul also is becoming more physical as it descends. Everything is, in order to materialize in the 3D, it starts up as the concept. I'm not religious, but in the Bible it says in the beginning is the word, but in the original writing it's the logos, which means the concept. This is the 7th chakra. This is the thought, the initial spark, and that's you were sourced in that as an idea, and you came all the way down into the material where you materialized as a body. Okay? Now, so we're going less dense into the 3D here, into the more density. I'm sorry, more dense, more light. So your twin flame is your soul, its polar version split in two. The same soul, because everything, by the way, exists in its polarity version. You can't have up without down, light without dark. You can't have a masculine without feminine, because everything in the universe expands through duality, through its opposite version, opposing version of itself, finding balance. Through that balanced state creates expansion. So you have this magnetic, energetic alliance of the dual polarities of the dual opposite forces, light and mass, receptive, positive, twin flame. And through this unity, it happens at the frequency of 8, which is from a scale of 1 to 10. That's how high you have to vibrate to be in union with your twin flame. You have to be at the frequency of 8. So you have to clear your karma energy to unite. That's why you have to be very high vibes You have to heal your toxicity to be with your twin flame, because otherwise this magnetic polarity will repel each other, because it's designed to come together at the frequency of 8. Both you and your mate have the exact energetic match to make the perfect match of that energy, which causes the most abundant force in the universe. Now, it's a very it's extremely 65%, like let's say 73% masculine, the other one's going to be 73% feminine. And it's a lock-in. It's perfect match. Your divine mate is, in some lives, we aren't here with our twin flame because we may have had them in our last lives, and we may have karma to do without them. And so let's say your twin flame stays up here now. Here's your other, because both of you are up here together anyway, by the way. Just not to confuse it. But your twin is staying up here in this life, and you are going to have a divine mate. So here's your divine mate, is another soul. Your divine mate will be, and they're going to have a twin flame up there too. And your divine mate, will be in your soul pool. And how I show that is that soul pool is, we all travel in pods. You know, we have family soul pools, and like here's you, and then this is your a soulmate, which could be your father in this life. Your son could be one of your true soul people, and then like your divine mate in this life. But your twin flame is in here with you. But you could have a contract that in this life they'll be your divine mate, and you'll have similarities because you're in these soul pools, and then you have bigger pods within this, you know. So I could do another video on that sometime if you like. So anyway, so now we've got your twins up here. So what happens is your divine mate, here's your heart chakra. You're going to have a contract with them to share divine love. So your 5D relationship will have an opening through heart chakra joining up here in the 5D. I mean, it's sort of hard to explain the fourth dimension, but there'll be a contract for your fourth chakras to connect so that you experience a divine love. Okay, so the science behind it is hard to explain. Nobody really talks about the fourth chakra anyway for some reason. So, but I do know it's the 5D relationship that is linked through fourth heart. There's like an umbilical cord through the divine in this relationship, is divinely intended. So, what is the difference between these two relationships? You do not have that perfect magnetic reflection. You don't have that strong mirror polarizing behavior. This is really intense, and because this energy is this, it's like two magnets, like really boom, bitty boom, bitty boom. But there's a more sort of camaraderie, friendship, connection, soul, ease, and good company, good conversations, like a connection, a deep connection. But there's less intensity, less mirroring. It's like with your twin flame, the mirror is so sparkly, it's like as soon as you're out of balance, they boom. It's like instant response, instant reaction. And that's what you have to learn to not do. You have to learn to be in control. Here, you don't have to be as in control because it's not as triggering. Your lack of balance isn't as apparent in these relationships, even though you still do have growth, but you may have done a lot of that growth in your last life with your twin flame. The twin flame journey comes in, it forces you to clear your toxicities about relationships, which is part of our soul's development. And how do you know when you've cleared your toxicity to relationships? You're not processing the twin flame story in a negative way. You're not telling yourself a negative story about it. And you're not as triggered. That's once you become less triggered, your wounds have healed, so you're not as triggered. And you kind of tame the mind into a positive frequency, which is this is the journey, the journey of true love never did run smooth. Words of Shakespeare. You can't help this. You can't control this. You have to let go and be positive about it. I mean, it's just simple. So, happy Valentine's Days to you twins out there, and to divine partners. May you have a wonderful day together. And also, like, Valentine's Day is sort of a pressury energy, and that's one of the things that love doesn't like, is pressure. So I say we release all pressure from Valentine's Day, but to enjoy the energy frequency of celebrating love. So thank you for watching. Namaste.